Hillary Rodham Clinton, the woman who came close to being this nation's president, has recently become the center of a great deal of speculation. So what's the deal with Hillary? Has she become marginalized by Obama, or is she just a cagey political veteran jockeying for another run at the presidency? While others have done the diplomatic heavy lifting, putting aside for a moment that much of this has been questionable, even counterproductive, the question increasingly being asked is, where is Hillary Clinton? Okay, she was grounded by a broken elbow, but oddly, she then went on an 11-day, 7-nation tour featuring primarily African nations, ground already plowed and fertilized by the president. In the meantime, her husband, the former President Bill Clinton, was enlisted to finalize the humanitarian release of 2 American journalists, Laura Ling and Yuna Lee, who were captured by the North Korean military after, quote, wandering across the border. Then Virginia Senator Jim Webb secured the release of an American held captive by the thuggish junta in Burma. While there, Webb also met with Suu Kyi, a leader of the pro-democracy elements. North Korean diplomats have also met recently with New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, a man whose relationship with the Clintons has been icy since he reneged on his endorsement of Hillary and backed Barack Obama for president. Even the gaffe machine.
Hillary Clinton is as qualified or more qualified than I am to be Vice President of the United States of America. Let's get that straight. She's a truly close personal friend. She is qualified to be President of the United States of America. She's easily qualified to be Vice President of the United States of America. And quite frankly, it might have been a better pick than me, but she's first rate.
Vice President Joe Biden was dispatched to more important international hotspots. While much of this was occurring, Hillary was where? Deep in the heart of Africa, the Congo to be exact. As such, she was effectively away from where all of the international attention was. It's not that the world doesn't need to pay attention to the human rights atrocities taking place daily in much of sub-Saharan Africa, and it's not that she didn't get any attention at all. It's that the attention she did get was largely negative. A Congolese student at a Kinshasa press conference asked a question that was interpreted horribly. Hillary believed that she'd been asked what Mr. Clinton thought about China's growing influence. Clinton visibly bristled and said,
"My husband is not the Secretary of State, I am." So you ask my opinion, I will tell you my opinion. I'm not going to be channeling my husband.
No matter how bizarre her behavior, nor how marginalized she has seemingly become, the question really is, what's the meaning of this? It's not a positive development to have despotic nations like North Korea or Burma being dealt with on an ad hoc basis by Bill Clinton, Jim Webb, or Bill Richardson, figures that could be rightly seen as stand-ins for an official voice of American foreign policy. Might our enemies now believe that they can employ a divide-and-conquer technique, since it appears that Obama has adopted a piecemeal approach to rogue nations, while the nation's top diplomat is holding press conferences and behaving badly in Kinshasa? As troubling as these questions are, there are more. Is Hillary, Obama's old adversary, playing politics?
It is sometimes difficult to understand what Senator Obama has said, because as soon as he is confronted on it, he says that's not what he meant.
Does she see Obama as vulnerable on domestic as well as foreign matters? Is she taking steps to avoid entanglement in the policy quicksand that Obama's creating? According to a recent poll, Hillary's approval ratings remain high at 66%, while Obama's have slipped to 53%. Does Hillary still covet the White House? Well ahead of ideological concerns or party affiliation, I am an American. I am, above all else, fundamentally concerned with this nation's safety and security in this time of extreme uncertainty. And I'm also concerned about the need for an aggressive international posture against the agents of terror, worldwide tyranny, and oppression. Whether this administration's internal confusion has caused them to mishandle the role of the Secretary of State, or if Hillary is just up to good old Clintonian politics, it's America and its people who will ultimately wind up losing.